having coffee at... What time is it?
Probably noon.
It's noon?
That's 1.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're finally having coffee.
Yeah.
Well, waking up at 4 in the morning. Probably needed to wake up a little bit later today.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I'd like to hold one of those guys.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like they don't get enough love, you know?
I don't think they want love.
Yeah.
I think they want to be left alone so they can peck at the ground all day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And stand in a bucket for no good reason.
That's how they do, man. Life of a guinea. Alright, so I'm Luke, this is Dakota. We live off-grid because it's cool.
Because it's cool.
Yeah. Today we're gonna finish up putting, well, not finish up, we're gonna continue on the process of putting up drywall in our cabin that is positioned, about 20 feet away from us, right behind the camera. So we have the cabin, and then we got the pond right there. So every morning when we walk outside onto our porch, we get a nice view of that pond. It's a very bright, what kind of color would you say that is back there? Orangish, brown?
From all the clay in the pond, we don't have a tarp to line the pond. So it's just murky kind of clay color. And we hoped that the geese and ducks would help clean up the pond and make it look nicer. But we found out that it's just a cattle pond, so it has no liner. And so the clay just floats up into the water. And I really don't want to swim in it, which is a shame, because on a hot day during the summer when it's 90-something degrees, inside my trailer yesterday it said 101. So it would be real nice if we could just hop in that pond.
That would be cool. I like swimming too. Swimming's fun. On a hot day, you know, just blow up a raft, put it out there, float around with a cold ice cold beer, you know.
Have Norbert float along next to you out on the pond.
Yeah. All the geese and the ducks could join us.
Hey Norbert! Yeah, and then he could talk to you floating on the raft.
Yeah, he would.
Have a buddy.
That'd be pretty rad.
But we've seen snapping turtles and other water snakes going along the top, and I'm a little iffy about swimming around in there. There's some fish, catfish, sunfish, and bluegills.
You darn tootin' there is.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little ecosystem. Seen some other little turtles?
Yeah. There's a lot of different species out here. It's kind of cool. We've seen a black widow spider.
Oh, I saw a black widow spider up by the barn when my coworkers came to help me drop off that fencing.
Yeah.
My coworker took off her sandal and just smashed it.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm glad that she got it.
Right. Yeah. Be damn shame if we got bit by one. Yeah.
I know it. I've never seen a black widow spider in person before. And neither had one of my coworkers, but the other lady, she grew up around here. She's in her late 60s, and she knew exactly what to do. She was on it, smashed that black widow, and...
Smashed it like nobody's business, huh? Good call, man.
To never be seen from again.
Yeah. It's amazing that such an itty-bitty creature of that size can just, you know, take out a large horse if it wanted to. Yeah. Or a human.
Not that one. You got smushed.
No, not that one. Yeah. Rough day for that fella.
Well.
My coffee mug's got a residue of peanut butter in it.
Oh, I wonder why.
Adds to the flavor profile. We do not have a dishwasher, so when we drink something or eat something afterwards, we just kind of... what do we do with it, Dakota, after we eat?
Well, I have designated mugs. Like, this is my coffee mug.
Right.
And this is my fancy oats yogurt container that you're drinking coffee
Oh,
in.
that's why I have stuff in it.
Yeah. So this is for my coffee. This one is for my oat mixture, which I like to mix together oats, crunchy peanut butter, cut up some chocolate from a chocolate bar, and put in a couple scoops of yogurt and maybe a scoop of protein powder for some flax seeds for some extra protein.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my designated mug for that.
I see.
And you're drinking from it. It's not meant to be drank from.
One of these days, I want to get my own coffee mug, with my own personalized mug, which I've been talking about for a while now. But at some point, one of these days, it'll happen.
Well, eventually I'd like to have a proper kitchen to where we can, wash our dishes on a regular basis instead of me having designated mugs for different things than only washing it once a week.
Yeah, we can make special brownies in our kitchen too, couldn't we?
Well, you can cook all sorts of different things. I'm going to be pickling stuff like no tomorrow, canning stuff like no tomorrow, making kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've made kombucha.
Yeah, you'd make it, I'll drink it.
I bet you would. You guys do not have a sink or no running water? No. We have, in my trailer, it's a 16-foot long camper trailer. I built it out because the inside was just a piece of junk and tore everything out so I could repair the metal shell. And then for the interior...
Quiet down over there, we're trying to do a live session.
I know it. For the interior, I didn't do regular trailer plumbing all throughout. I just put in a foot pump sink from a 6-gallon jerry can. So with the pressure of the foot pump, it sucks up the water from the 6-gallon jerry can and shoots it up to the faucet that I have in my sink. And for the sink, it's just a metal bucket that I found at Walmart, meant for being a pop can ice bucket. I drilled a hole in it and put plumbing pieces attached to it, and it just drains straight down into an empty 6-gallon jerry can.
Good way to build up the calf muscle.
Well, I'm used to it. You have better
that
control of the water with the foot pump. The only thing that has been a pain is that I have to weekly switch out the 6-gallon jerry can for fresh water, because I can make one 6-gallon jug last 1 week if it's just me using it for hand washing, washing my face. Yeah, and for my shower, I use another 6-gallon jerry can with a 12-volt water pressurizer. It sucks it up and sends it to instant hot water heater, which I haven't been using. It's too hot during the summer, and it sprays down, and I have that just drained straight onto the ground. So I don't have to mess with emptying the jug for the shower, at least.
So is there it drains into a 5-gallon bucket, so I have to fill the sink for dishes and empty it. They do have a shower. Oh, that's cool. Showers are badass. I take one once a week.
Well, you could take it more often. We have the rain catchment system, so
True. I could, yeah.
Whenever you want to fill up water, we have a heck of amount of water. It's doing pretty good. We have 3 330-gallon IBC totes. We have 2 more. We just haven't hooked them up yet. And we haven't even really tapped into it. It's been how many weeks have we been drinking from it and showering, washing our hands?
A while.
At least a couple of months, right?
Yeah. A while, yeah, for sure.
A couple of months, and we've barely tapped into 330 gallons.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, the pond is also another good backup. We mainly water our plants and the animals with the pond water.
Yeah.
I have no desire to drink it.
Yeah. We noticed that the geese and the ducks, filthy stuff comes out the rear ends and it just plops right in the water. And at that point, yeah, it doesn't look very tasty after that. It's just we won't even swim in it.
Yeah, I won't even swim in the pond.
We look at it. That's about as much as we do, huh? We just look at it.
Well, when we bought property, I wanted to have at least 3 sources of water. I'm kind of good filtering you.
A really good filter, yeah.
Yeah, a really good filter for the pond water. Well, I wanted to get 3 sources of water when we bought property. So I wanted a property that already had a well, the ability to catch rainwater, which is just about anywhere you can catch rain, and then a pond or a creek. So we've got our pond, a well. Our well doesn't have a pump hooked up to it yet, so we'll have to do that. And then our rain catchment system is all good to go. So if
living that off-grid life, baby. That's how we do. Some people call us maniacs. We call ourselves, what do we call ourselves? Well, the guy at Walmart said we're off-gridders. We're the off-gridders.
Yeah, some guy at Walmart, he recognized us from the videos, and it's the Walmart door greeter. He stopped us and he goes, "I saw your dad last night." I go,
"That's impossible."
My dad doesn't even live in the state. But a friendly guy, he watches the videos and he always tries to tell us some tips about where we can find stuff in the area. He was trying to tell us about a good place to get some farming equipment and animal auctions. And
unfortunately, yesterday we ordered some sushi, and they said it'll be ready in 10 minutes. We're like, all right, we'll go into Walmart, we'll get our ice cream, we'll come out, we'll get out right in time. But then that guy stopped us and cut us back about 10 minutes. So we were 10 minutes late because that guy had to talk about stuff.
Well, he's a Walmart grader. He'll greet you.
He's doing his job.
He'll have a conversation with you.
Right. All right, guy. I'd drink a beer with him. We should invite him out sometime. Like, hey, fella. Come on out, man. We'll make a video with him in it, you know? We'll make a funny video, like we'll put him out in the middle of the pond with a raft, and I'll shoot his raft with a BB gun.
What? What?
Nah, that wouldn't be nice. Unless he agreed to it. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny running into... Oh, you have a big old spider on your...
Was he a black widow?
No, he's not a black widow. He's just jumping all over the place.
Oh, shit. Sitting here talking about black widows, and all of a sudden I get bit by one right on live.
He's got fuzzy legs.
Oh, that was on you. Huh. Was he a baby tarantula? We have tarantulas out here, so.
I don't think... Oh, Aeon, she's coming to check on me.
We are rainwater collectors. We haul it when we need. Yeah. Luckily, we haven't had to haul any water yet.
Well, when we first moved out here, we were filling up our jugs in the Walmart refill water thing.
That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. We don't got to do that anymore.
Well, we used to live on the road. That's where I met Luke, actually, was out traveling out west. He was living in a shuttle bus, and I was living in my little 16-foot long camper trailer. So that's how we got water living on the road, is refilling our jugs at the Walmart water station or any other water refill stations we'd come across.
Yeah.
So I was used to it. It's just a real luxury now to be catching rainwater, not have to go drive somewhere to get water.
Yeah, luckily the transition into off-grid life wasn't too much of a shock because we've already pooped in buckets, you know? So we were already used to it, you know? Off-grid life ain't nothing to us. Ain't that right, Stevie? Huh?
She says right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what will be a real luxury would be a compost toilet where it has the urine diverter, and then if they go into their separate containers, your number 1 and your number 2 go in 2 separate containers, but you can just sit down on the toilet and not have to worry about hovering over a beer bong funnel with a milk jug.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That'll be a real luxury to not have to use a beer bong funnel and a milk jug for going to the bathroom anymore.
That'll be the day, huh?
It'll be the day.
That will. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
It'll be a good day.
When I first showed my mom that contraption, she goes, "I'm just going to squat on the ground."
Yeah.
Which, all well and good until winter comes and you don't really want to go outside and squat to use the bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Your mom's surprisingly okay with, you know, like roughing it for short periods of time, it seems like, you know?
Well, she grew up on a farm, one of 7 siblings.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, your mom's pretty chill. I ain't got no beef with her.
Well, that's good. Hey, Norbert.
Hey, Norbert. What are you doing, buddy? Come on over here. Say hi to the people, the folks, the TikTok folks.
Hey, hey, come here.
There's this one guy that we follow. He's an older gentleman, lives off-grid. And he always starts his videos by saying, hey, well, shit, what's he say? I forgot. He says, hey, tickety-tock or something. He says some kind of funny thing. I don't know. Anyway. That's all I got.
That's all you got? Oh, shoot.
Yep. That's all I got to say about that.
Our one dog, Aeon, she's the Kita that just walked past. She spends her days chasing the ducks and the geese into the pond, and she won't hardly let them come on to land to eat food. They just have to swim out all day. And it makes her happy, doesn't it? You old happy doggy?
Yep. She's a good old gal. I acquired her in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. She almost died of parvo. I saved her. Now she's out here, kicking
Kicking it. I got Stevie, which is this little pitty mix, 7.5 years ago from a shelter in Iowa.
Show yourself, Stevie.
Yeah. I got her from a shelter in Iowa about 7.5 years ago, so she's been with me traveling the road, and she's probably a more well-traveled dog than most humans are.
Yeah.
She's been to like 31 states.
Yeah.
What a dog.
She likes a good snacky snack too, man. She likes her snacks.
Oh, yeah. Luke won her over by giving her a greenie every morning.
Every morning.
Spoiling her.
That's right. A greenie every morning.
I'm sure she'd like you anyway.
I mean, if somebody spoiled me like that every morning, like, here, Luke, here's a peppermint patty. Oh, sweet, you know, like that, like a chocolate-covered peppermint patty every morning. Man, I'd do anything for that peppermint patty. Yeah.
Well, luckily you're a pretty likable guy, so it didn't take much to win Stevie over.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I don't have any shadow demons.
Well, what's the plan for today?
Well, we're not alcoholics, so we're not going to be drinking.
Jeez.
So, what else can we do? We can put up drywall while it's 95 degrees outside. Although, perhaps it would be funner to drink.
Jeez.
Nice cold beverage on a hot day. You know, maybe a little strawberry daiquiri or a ginger ale and whiskey.
Or we could put drywall up on a 95-some degree day.
With some ice cold water.
Yeah. We'll have some fans blowing at us. It'll be a good old time. Hey!
Yeah. So, anywho, just to catch people up here, I'm Luke, this is Dakota. We live off-grid. Some people complain that we're not really off-gridders because we have a cell phone. But technically the definition of living off-grid is...
having no utilities and being able to call your grandma on a whim.
Yeah. I mean, we're not connected to the public utilities, so we do not have running water. We do not have electricity. Well, we have electricity, but it's from solar power. So we generate all the power that we need from solar panels. And we live out here kind of in the middle of nowhere. We have forestry all the way around us. So we're just kind of like this little circular spot right in the middle of the forest.
What'd you call it? The armpit of Arkansas? Yeah.
No. Not where we're at.
We toured a bunch of places before deciding on this specific spot. And one place we toured, it was a real small town, nothing there. And Luke goes, wow, now I've seen the armpit of Arkansas.
Well, it really was. It really was. It was not a place I'd want to stay in.
Yeah.
It smelled funny.
It
was just, you know, there was just weird people around there. You could hear, like, yelling in the distance.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd much rather live in a place where you can't even see your neighbors, can't hear a neighbor.
Yeah.
A place where a hermit can be a hermit.
Yeah. I like to stay at least 50 miles away from crackheads. At least, you know what I mean?
Oh, you know what you gotta have? You gotta be far enough out that you can have your door wide open, that when you're taking a shit, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Yep.
Because there's no better feeling in the world.
It's shitting with the door wide open.
Indeed. It's something a lot of people don't have, they don't have the pleasure of saying that they've done that before, you know? I mean, if you did it...
I don't think many people actually care to do that.
No. I mean, I guess it's, I don't know if it's considered normal to really have a strong drive to, you know, poo with the door open.
Well, you know, whatever makes you happy.
Lots of boats, people float, you know? Your boat floats different ways. I don't know if I stated that correctly, but everybody's got their own boat, man. You know, they all float different ways, so that's how it goes.
Well, when I was out west in Arizona, there is a place where you can boondock. They're called LTVAs, or long-term visitor areas. And a lot of people like to park close to the entrance, but then there was a whole bunch of people all around. I suppose they liked it because it was closer to the water fill-up station, the trash dump, and why is the pond yellow? Well, because we have a bunch of clay, and the pond doesn't have a liner on the bottom. We were hoping that with ducks and geese, it would help line the bottom of the pond, or like pack it. It'll probably take a while for it to happen naturally. But with all the clay and it just being a cattle pond, it looks pretty murky.
Yeah. I thought about throwing a couple gallons of food dye in there, maybe. To brighten it up a little bit, you know. Get some blue food dye. Just
have a
dump
purple
couple
pond.
Gallons. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
Then we'd get a lot more questions, like, why is your pond purple now, you know? Or we could just change the colors every week.
You can make it blue, and
you make a tie-dye, man, you know.
When people ask you why is your pond blue? Oh, it's from all the Smurfs we drowned in there.
Yeah, that's
Why is it purple? You ever seen those commercials where they're out harvesting cranberries and they're stomping in their wetsuits with their boots?
Right.
It's from all the wine we make.
Okay. Yeah, but you have a different excuse for each color.
Pond's made of wine.
Yeah.
Old Norbert's out there just getting drunk off his ass, the poor guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Norbert! Yep, see, that's the sound of a goose who's been drinking too much wine.
Yeah. Yeah. He's an alright fellow, though. He's alright in my book.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Out in Arizona, there's these LTVAs where people can just boondock, and they have water fill-up stations, a dumpster, and like a sewage dump. Mm-hmm. So most people like parking up towards the front. I'd like to park at least a mile out where there's nobody and you can't see anybody, so then you can just walk outside naked, sunbathe, and have your door open all the time, and you know, just shit with the door wide open. It's a pretty freeing experience.
Oh, I'm sure it is, man.
Yeah.
Point those butt cheeks towards the sun, man. Yeah. Tan those babies out.
Jeez. Well, you know, sun in the hole every now and then.
Some people firmly believe there's health benefits to that.
I suppose.
You know?
Can't harm you.
It's a natural way to bleach it, you know? No, not bleach it. It won't turn white, but anyway, next conversation. Change the topic of conversation. Yeah. Once again, I'm Luke. This is Dakota. We live off-grid. We have been here for 6 months now.
Little over 6 months.
We're trying to live a self-sustainable lifestyle, which means we would be producing our own foods. And, well, meat rabbits. I'd like to get some meat rabbits here pretty soon for our meat source.
And goats.
Goats for milk.
Goats are for milk and meat because they repopulate in order to produce milk. Although, there's the option of sheep. And they're a triple threat. Because there's you shave them for the wool,
right,
the meat source, and milk.
Yeah.
So we got a debate between sheep and goats.
Can you ride a sheep? Are they big enough to ride?
Well, you've seen mutton, what's that called, at the rodeo?
So you can ride a sheep is what you're saying?
Well, if you're like 5 years old.
Oh, that sucks. Alright.
Mutton busting?
I want to ride an animal, but I don't want to get a horse, you know what I mean? Horses are big, and we have no practical use for a horse, but it'd be cool to ride an emu.
Well,
you know?
Well, that's how
it'd be really uncomfortable, though, you know, really bouncy, but man, that'd be cool.
Well, a horse bounces.
Yeah, true.
They gallop, you know, you're going to be...
Yeah. Yeah.
But an emu sure would be like a...
Do we enjoy living off-grid? See, a lot of people... Yeah, it seems to be pretty popular now. It's becoming popularized because society sucks, I guess, you know?
Well, there's a lot of pros and cons.
Yes.
I think when starting off, it can be trying. It tests your patience.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for one, we don't have AC right now. Yeah. Because we have to pick and choose what's more important. And right now, trying to get a cabin to live in, kind of trumps trying to set up an AC unit in our old rig. Because it's kind of pointless to upgrade the old rig when we're trying to get moved into a new little shed cabin that we're converting it.
And by golly, I had to sleep with my clothes off last time it got so hot.
With three fans pointing at us and a ceiling fan.
Yeah, my fan died though. My fan died.
Did it?
Yeah.
Well, at least I was fast asleep by then.
At least we had two more fans though.
Yeah.
Because you were sleeping, I could just point your fan towards me. But I guess you'll never know.
Well, because yesterday it got to 101 inside, and we were able to cool her down to 81 degrees.
Yeah.
A whole 81 degrees.
Yeah.
Inside. So it's not comfortable for sure. But by next summer we should have a mini split AC unit, and that'll feel like luxury. I tell you what.
Yeah, the person says don't take her fan. I was just joking. I wouldn't take her fan.
I was fast asleep, so.
Oh, so I have your permission then?
Yeah.
If you're sleeping, okay, well.
If I'm unconscious, you can take my fan.
All right. You wake up sweating. Be like, what the heck's going on here? Well, you gave me permission to use your fan, sweet tits or whatever.
Jeez.
Sugar plum, sorry.
So, starting out, there's a heck of a lot of projects, and not necessarily fun stuff. It's a lot of hard work, but that's just at the beginning to get ourselves set up and established, and then hopefully in years to come when we're more established, it's fewer projects of just trying to get set up, and then it's just the daily chores of feeding the animals, watering the plants, and then there'll be more time for more enjoyable stuff, because in the long run we'll be giving ourselves that freedom, because the whole point of living off-grid is to be more self-sufficient, be working for ourselves instead of for a company. And so if we get the property paid off, right now I do have to work a job. I'm working at a hatchery. Luke works online, creating websites, and then I do all sorts of different odd jobs. Just trying to get this property payment paid off as quickly as possible. One, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few years and we want to own our property. But two, I really don't want to work until I'm 60. I just don't. I'd rather work hard now and not require much.
Yeah. Well, thank you, person. They said
person.
He or she wishes the best of us. I couldn't see the name. Oh. Chapman. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing what we do best, living life to its fullest. Yeah.
From 4 a.m. until dark, we're living it up.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh man, that's been an adjustment, waking up at 4 a.m. and working, and then getting off at 1, 2 in the afternoon, and then going to work another job.
Yeah.
Or coming home and working on the homestead.
Yeah, life is certainly more enjoyable now than what it was, back before we did homesteading. All those clubbing days and shit,
What clubbing days? I've never been social.
Yeah.
I've been a hermit traveling by myself, and now I'm a hermit out in the woods.
Oh, Aunt Bonetta is here. Hello, Aunt Bonetta.
Hello.
How's Aunt Bonetta doing today?
Well, I don't know. You probably got to ask her.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, before we moved on to this property, we were over on my family's farm, which is over on the other side of Arkansas, and my uncle and my Aunt Bonetta were letting me work for them on their cattle farm. So I got some experience being a ranch hand. And to be honest with you, I have no desire to work with cows again. It was an experience. It taught me a lot. I'm thankful for the experience. Although it was kind of fun riding a four-wheeler in the mornings, getting to whiz around and herding the cows to bring them in to be fed. And then you had to look them over and see if there were any ones that weren't doing so good so they could be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was sorting days where you would sort the heifers from the steers, and my uncle would be at the bottom of it was like a hallway, but not a hallway.
With no halls? Hallway?
Yeah, there were several different pens holding the cows. It's alley.
Okay.
Yeah, an alley between the pens of cows. So my uncle would be at the bottom with a whole bunch of cows, like 40-some cows, maybe 20. And then he'd send them up and yell, "Heifer!" And then you had to get in front of them with a flag on a stick. It was like only yay long or so. And you had to be like, "Hey, this way," and ha! Trying to get them to go into a certain pen. And there'd be this other guy working a gate to make him go that direction. And if the cow wasn't going the direction you needed him to go, my uncle would yell over and be like, "You gotta get in front of him!" I'm like, "Get in front of him?" It's a 800-some pound cow, and he's telling me to get in front of him. And he's one time he goes, "They'll knock you over, but you just got to get back up."
All part of the job, I guess, huh?
Oh, shoot. And all you got between you and this 800-pound cow is a flag on a stick.
Yeah.
But it'll teach him to man up.
Oh, yeah.
Another time we had to give everybody in the herd, well, all the cows in the herd, their yearly checkup and whatnot. So there was so many cows being put through the chute, and we were putting in 11-15 cows at a time, and I was bringing them from the back of the barn. Well, there was like 40-some cows in the back of the barn, and I had to just bring up 11 to 15 cows into the chute with just a stick on a pole. And we were trying to go pretty quick because my uncle had like 1,500 cows that he was trying to get done in a somewhat timely manner. And one time a cow kicked me right in the back, knocked me down, and I had to army crawl over to the side as quickly as possible before getting trampled. Because that'd have been it.
Old Chapman was asking if we swim in the pond behind us. We do get a few comments.
You want to swim in that pond?
Yeah, we get a few comments about that pond, but our ducks and geese use the pond frequently, so we're kind of afraid to get in there.
Well, we've seen snapping turtles. Well, one snapping turtle, he was a big old honker of a guy.
Well, he attacked one of our ducks.
Yeah, he came over and snapped at one of our ducks' bills, and luckily he's doing all right. His bill is all healed up, although we haven't seen that snapping turtle in a while. And then we've seen some other snakes swimming across the top of the water.
I mean, I float out there on a raft. You know, I'll blow up a raft and float out there.
Be floating next to old Norbert our goose.
Yeah, but I don't, could get an ear infection or some kind of weird thing going in there. I don't want to jump in the water itself. So.
Yeah. Well, we have some fish swimming in there, and I'm not quite sure what else could possibly be in there, so I don't really have a desire to swim in it. Because with all the clay, You can't really see. It's kind of murky. Maybe one day we'll line it, or
I think we should make another pond somewhere.
another pond.
Yeah, for swimming purposes. Yeah,
I like
that'd be
this
cool.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we could like put some kind of tube that goes to it, hooked up to propane or something, or no, a fire. Heat the fire, then it heats up the water, makes it a,
Ooh.
hot tub. That'd be cool. Yeah.
You know what? I had an idea for a primitive hot tub was just getting like a bathtub, and put just a fire under it.
Yeah. Yeah, could do that. I'd be game. That'd be pretty rad to be able to have take a hot bath or just
Yeah, a bubble bath outside under the trees.
Yeah, under the stars. Yeah. Yeah, smoke a spliff.
What?
Just sit under there and enjoy the night.
I want to have like a fairy forest, like a food forest, fairy forest kind of feel, and then have a hot tub right in the middle. And then you just look around, feeling kind of whimsical.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Feeling fancy. That's luxury right there.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And then like a little wading pond. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That would be real nice. I wouldn't complain.
Or make a wave pool so we could surf. Lots of possibilities when you live out off-grid, man. You can do anything you want.
If you're willing to work hard enough.
True. It's a lot of work.
Heck of a lot of work, I tell you what.
With my property in Arizona, I thought about getting a Bigfoot.
A Bigfoot?
Yeah. You know those huge trucks, monster truck? That run over cars in arenas?
Oh?
Yeah. I was thinking about getting one of those for my property, man.
What for?
To cruise around.
Just to cruise around?
Yeah.
Oh, you could cruise around on a little ATV four-wheeler.
Not as fun, though. With a monster truck, you could just, roll over everything and just, do we have a skill? Is that what this says? Yeah. Oh, no. Do you have a
still?
What's a still?
Like for brewing beer or wine or something like that?
Oh.
We brew kombucha.
Kombucha, yeah. She brews kombucha.
Yeah, kombucha, it doesn't need anything special. You just need a big old
moonshine,
pickle jar, and you make a batch of sweet tea. I like to make medicinal sweet tea, and it's just 14 cups of water. You add in your herbs to 2 cups of sugar, and then you add a SCOBY to it, which is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Cover the top with a cloth, rubber band it, stick it in a non-sunny spot, so no sun, for about 2 weeks. Taste test it. If you want it to be a little bit stronger tasting, maybe 2.5 weeks. The ideal temperature is between 68 and 82 degrees is ideal temperature for it to do the fermenting process. Once you like the taste of it, then you can bottle it up, add any extra flavors like fruit puree or whatever you want to it, seal it, and then refrigerate for, but before you refrigerate, let it sit on the countertop sealed for maybe 3 days or so, because that's where the carbonation process happens. You get those little bubbles in there. And then once you see that happening, you can refrigerate it and drink it whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good for your gut health, balancing the pH levels and adding good bacteria into your body. It helps boost your immune system. And it's good.
It is good. It's pretty tasty.
So that's what I like to brew. Haven't gotten into brewing wine, beer, or moonshine or anything like that yet. I'd like to have a proper kitchen first. We are in the process of building our cabin to live in, because right now he's living in a shuttle bus. I'm in a little 16-foot long camper trailer. And we'd like to be moved into our cabin, and then we got to build a bathroom and a proper kitchen so that I don't have to cook on a little camping propane stove with a 1 burner. I'd like something proper, a wood burning stove with an oven and some storage space. And then I will really get into canning, pickling, kombucha brewing, and spreading out into making sourdough bread and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. So you're like a modern day witch.
A modern day witch. Well,
and at nighttime, man, we can start the fire and hold seances and, you know.
Well, we have what is that? What's it called?
An altar?
What? No, cast iron Dutch oven.
Yes.
So we've cooked with a cast iron Dutch oven over a fire a couple of times. We made a pizza. Yeah, it was a pretty good pizza.
Yeah, it was.
I tried making a loaf of sourdough bread one time, but it's an art. It didn't quite turn out. I discovered that you're not supposed to have the fire directly under the cast iron Dutch oven to bake things. The fire needs to be out. You just need the burning embers of wood or charcoal to get stuff to cook in a cast iron Dutch oven, because otherwise it'll come out burnt and hard as a rock.
Actually, no, it was me that cooked on the campfire. Yeah. She sat back and relaxed while I made the food. Yeah. But she is a hard worker, though. She does a lot of work here on the homestead. It's kind of, we kind of have to share certain tasks because there's, so much to do out here.
It can be a little overwhelming, but we try to do some fun things here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple of hammocks set up in between the trees. Another favorite pastime is just sitting on the dock and hanging out with the animals, watching the ducks and geese swim.
Yeah.
So there's a natural dam pretty close by, and it'd be a really nice swimming hole. It's just, there's a lot of people that go there on a hot day. So,
yeah.
Being hermits, we don't necessarily like being around a bunch of people to try and cool off.
Yeah. I mean, one of the exciting parts of our lifestyle is that usually on a full moon around midnight, we sacrifice animals out here.
What?
That was a joke, I'm sorry. Horrible joke.
Titan says, your ink looks like a story, is it? Well, I suppose it'd be my story. My very first tattoo was this compass, and behind the compass I have road maps of Arkansas, town where my mom is from, and then just the surrounding towns and correlating. When I was sitting in the tattoo chair, the tattoo artist printed out a map of the area so that he could line up exactly how the highways go in between each of the towns so that it could be geographically correct on my arm. And the tattoo artist even let me use a pen to draw on myself, because when I was younger I used to doodle all over the sides of my school assignments, and I would always draw little vines with leaves coming off of them, so then that's just what I did right here. Is I got to draw with a pen on my own arm, and the tattoo artist just tattooed over my pen lines for me. So it's mountains of Arkansas, and just for fun I made it go all the way up into space. A peony over a moon with birds flying up into my shoulder. I put a peony on there and a peony down by my wrist, because I guess I've just always been drawn to the peony, and I've actually used a white peony root to help with balancing my hormones, so that was pretty special to me. It helped my mental health.
This person asks, that yellow stuff behind you, is it water or
Yeah.
is it a field? That's where we urinate.
What?
It's collected, so
we urinate in a milk jug with a beer bong funnel, not out there.
Right. Not the pond. It just has copious amounts of clay,
yeah, a bunch
which makes
of
it that
clay.
color. Yes. Somebody said something up there. What was it? Something about
You're supposed to be the tech guy.
Prescott, Arkansas. I've never heard of Prescott, Arkansas.
I've heard of it. I'm not sure if we've driven through or not.
Is Arkansas good for fishing? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. We have a bunch of fish in our pond. We haven't, we did fish once because I wanted to catch that snapping turtle that was in there because he would only eat fish. That's the only way I could draw him out.
Yeah, we have a couple of different fish stocked in our pond. We've got some catfish, some bluegill, and some sunfish. But out in nature, Arkansas has some really clear rivers, like the Buffalo River is a really nice one. I've kayaked down it before. And you can see like 10 feet down, the water is so clear. So Arkansas has a lot of natural beauty, and the water is usually really clear. So it's nice for fishing for sure.
They said, this person here says, let's see the puppy, because the puppy's hiding.
Girly,
Get up there. It's your time to shine.
come on, babe. This is Stevie. She's got to lay on a yoga mat.
Yeah, she's kind of spoiled.
I'm a certified yoga instructor, so I practice yoga a lot, and anytime I'm practicing on a yoga mat, Stevie's got to have her own yoga mat, otherwise she feels left out. Or she'll try and come on my yoga mat, and then I have no room to practice, so then I got to put a yoga mat right next to me so that she feels included. And sometimes it kind of looks like she's doing yoga because she'll have her back legs sprawled out behind her, doing a little froggy pose.
Where's Aeon at? Aeon! I don't see her anywhere.
Oh, the guinea are getting in the garden.
Yeah, taking my damn tomatoes.
I know it. Aeon!
Hey, there she is. There's our other puppy. Come here, Aeon. Hey, there's a big girl. Yeah.
Thank you.
She's our furry gal. Aren't you?
I know.
Yeah.
The fur is everywhere.
Yeah.
I pulled just big old fluff patches out of her the other day. With the heat, she's shedding.
I love the pitty's little frog legs. You got frog legs, Stevie. Look at those little frog legs.
Well, you know when she's laying and she has them spread out behind her.
Yep. There you
got
go.
some muddy paws there, girly.
Say hello to the TikTokers. That's a good girl. So if you had to say anything to these fine viewers, Stevie, what would you say?
Yeah, what would you say, Stevie?
She says she wants a snack. That's what she says.
Have you given her morning greenie?
Oh, I've not. You know
what?
I've not given her morning greenie. I should go grab it real quick.
Yeah.
Ciao, Stevie. I'll get you your snack.
Stevie's done pretty good adjusting to living on a little homestead with all of our animals. She doesn't chase them. She just kind of looks at them, and she'll even lay down, not paying them any mind. We have 8 guinea, 11 chickens, 4 ducks, 3 geese, and 2 cats. And they get along pretty good, so I'm pretty proud of her. It says, I love my children in puppy suits and kitty suits. Well, Stevie, what are your plans for the day? Loafing? She says loafing. Stevie's plans for the day are loafing around, maybe some sunbathing.
Well, it's Saturday. She's allowed to.
Yeah. Oh, maybe a little bit of bee chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Stevie gets up to on a Saturday afternoon.
What do you want, Stevie? You want that bad boy? That's what you want? There you go. And you want one too?
Or not.
There you go. All right.
Couple of happy doggies.
Yeah. All right. Anywho,
what are you hooing?
I do that from time to time. Why not, you know? You only live once. We got to pick our cucumber today, man.
Is that cucumber ready?
I would assume so.
Hey!
Our
Get
guinea
out of
are eating the cucumbers right now.
Hey, go on.
Dakota's going to chase them away.
Hey!
Yeah. It's a constant process out here, keeping the animals away from our food that we're trying to grow.
Go on. Hey! Hey!
Luckily, our chickens, we made a run for them, so they can't get out anymore. But they originally ate our first garden that we created, our raised garden bed on the side of the cabin. They were the first ones to reach that. Took out a small crop. Now we have to worry about our guineas because they free roam right now because we're trying to get rid of keep the tick population down. Because those ticks are, you can raise a fist to them, that's for sure. You know?
It was ridiculous during the springtime. They came out because it was more rainy during the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I picked like 20 ticks off of the dogs.
Yeah,
and
I believe it.
It kind of just makes you feel itchy
Yeah.
and paranoid with all the ticks because you just feel like there's ticks on you during the spring. So I had to do something about the ticks. So we decided on getting guinea. I have been trying to clear as much area around the cabin so that we have a nice buffer between the real woodsy areas and our main living spot.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but this guy says his name is Jonathan Borders, and he says, "Can you please just kissing?" That's all he says. I think he wants to see us kiss.
Oh.
But he's a weirdo. So we're not going to do that on live TikTok.
Oh, man.
We're going to do that as soon as this live version ends, though. As soon as we shut this down, you're not going to see it, but we're going to kiss. You going to be ready for it? Anywho. Yeah, so we're trying to get rid of the tick population. Because they're nasty, you little creatures, man. Some of them, they're so small you can barely even see them.
Have you heard about seed ticks?
No.
Oh, seed ticks are the size of a little seed. And they're just like patches of seed ticks just running around all over the place. You can hardly tell them. They're like the size of a pore. They're nasty little suckers.
Wow.
Literally, they'll suck your blood.
Damn. This is why we need moderators. Kick that guy out. Get out of here, fella. We don't need your nonsense.
Well,
We're here to talk about off-grid stuff. Ask us a question about off-grid living. We'll answer that question for you.
so another thing we're doing for ticks is come springtime or a little bit before spring, I'm going to use diatomaceous earth and sprinkle that all around on the ground. And the idea behind that is it will dry out a tick's exoskeleton. So I want to do that early in the spring before they're able to do a bunch of breeding and repopulating, and hopefully that will help to cut down the ticks. So between the guinea, trying to keep the grass low, and diatomaceous earth, hopefully by next season it'll be a little bit better.
Have you heard of or seen a gasifier?
Gasifier?
Not familiar with what that is. Maybe you could try to explain that, perhaps? I don't know what that is.
Yeah. There's a bunch of learning to do. You feel like you've done a bunch of research before even starting the homestead, and it's just a bunch of experience along the way and more learning.
Yeah. Yep. I know at first, like, the ticks didn't bother me too much. I would just pick them off, you know, and be like, whatever, you know. But then at one point, one got really close to my nipple, and then I was like, no way.
Oh.
You know.
The ticks are relentless, especially during the spring.
I'm super glad that they're kind of giving us a break right now. I haven't seen
heat.
one.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen one. So.
In the fall, I don't know if it would pick up again or not. But during the winter time, there's not really any ticks because it's cold and they go dormant or something.
That person says that water is gross, and I absolutely agree. Because our ducks and our geese, they poo in that pond.
Well, it's not from the ducks and the geese. Their poo actually might help seal the pond.
Right. The color of it looks gross because the clay, it's lined with lots of clay, and that's why you get that color.
Yeah, and because it has a pretty good ecosystem, all the fish, frogs, turtles, ducks and geese will stir it up, so then that's why the pond looks so murky. But with ducks and geese, we were kind of hoping that over time their poop will naturally seal the pond, so then maybe eventually it won't look so murky. It just doesn't have a liner. It's a cattle pond.
Yeah. It's a good focal point though for some people. It's a good conversation starter.
You know, it's a good conversation starter.
What's that?
Norbert.
Norbert, yeah, he's not with us though. He's way over there.
Hey, Norbert.
It'd be cool if he came over.
Norbert.
Say hi.
He gave me one honk.
Yeah. Good old, these guineas are getting awful close for some reason.
Yeah, what are you guys getting up to?
I'm trying to grab one, but it's gonna be hard to get one. They're quick.
In order to get our guinea to go into a coop at night, we kept them inside the coop for 2 weeks straight. We just gave them food and water, and then finally let them out. And the hope behind that was that they would want to go into the coop at night, because we've heard a bunch of people and their experience with guinea is the guinea will just want to fly up into a tree and perch there all night. But I would kind of like to keep our guinea and not feed the local predator population. So they're slowly learning to go to the coop at night. It's been a little bit of a battle. They would come around the chicken coop and the chicken run area towards the evening, but then they would start perching on a 55-gallon drum, and then we'd have to corner them, catch them, and individually put them into the coop. But last night, it was pretty cool. They were pretty hungry because we only feed them in the evening so that they have a reason to come back to us at night. During the day, we just let them forage and try and find their own food. But then in the evening, when it starts getting dark, around 8:20 or so, I'll try and get their attention and lead them over towards the coop. And last night, they actually hopped up into the coop before I even put any food in there. So they were just like, hey, we're hungry. We're in the coop. Give us our food. So then I put a bowl of food down for them, and it was pretty successful. Shut the door, called it good. And it was probably the quickest time it ever took to round up those guinea. That was nice.
It makes you really happy when you get them in there that quick. Yeah.
It was pretty quick getting the geese and ducks, and that was nice.
It makes you really happy when you get them in there that quick. Yeah.
It was pretty quick getting the geese and ducks in the...
Drag the puzzle? What the hell is that? That's weird.
Huh.
That's strange.
Well, when we first got our ducks and geese...
That's strange.
Well, when we first got our ducks and geese, they were not going into the coop at night. So Luke was having to ride on a kayak in the pond to try and bring the ducks and geese into shore.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to be on land with a PVC pole to try and herd them over to the greenhouse, because they wouldn't go towards the coop. So we had to put them into the greenhouse and then one by one pick them up and bring them over to the coop. And then for a while we were using a bowl of peas to try and lure them onto land. And we still had to one by one put them in the coop. But now they're finally kind of listening, and we're able to use a kayak paddle and a stick of PVC tubing and like use that to herd them into the coop, and they'll walk up a ramp, and that's been nice.
Cinnamon Hot says, I use permethrin SFR for tick control. I've never heard of that before. Permethrin.
We'll have to remember that.
Yeah, we just use...
on the dogs, the livestock.
What do we use? Like,
but not on cats.
okay. What do we use? Safeguard or something? What's that stuff called? Something guard? Stuff you get at Walmart?
I don't remember.
Or TSA?
I don't feel like it works very well, though.
No, I don't think so either.
It might help with fleas, because I haven't seen any fleas.
Right.
Maybe it kind of helps with the tick population, or keeping them, I don't know. Just doesn't seem like it works very well, so any suggestions?
This person says, you're near the swamp. Another pond comment. That's our pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely pond.
And it's got a lot of clay, so because of the clay, it makes it seem kind of murky.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a liner. It's just a cattle pond.
The geese and the ducks love it. I don't know, I like it too, but it's kind of a disadvantage because we can't swim in it.
Yeah, it sure would be nice if we could hop in on a hot day like today.
Oh yeah, I'd do some laps, that's for sure. Go in there with some pool noodles.
Some pool noodles.
Yeah. float around.
Well, for now we have the kayak, and could put you on an inner tube, attach you with a string to the kayak, I'll paddle around with you.
Yeah.
We could, at Dollar General, I saw one of these like floaties, but it's for a drink. So then we could have your drink in a floaty, tie a little string to your inner tube, and then I'll have a string from your inner tube to the kayak, and we'll be a little train on the pond.
That'd be a cool video. Get the drone, like bring the drone down and get some cool drone footage of me just chilling.
Norbert will be all confused.
Oh yeah.
Norbert's our goose.
Yeah.
He'd come over and he'd be like, "What are you doing on my pond?"
Right.
And he'd start honking at you.
Yeah. Yep. He would say, "Thou shalt not pass." You know, he would need a ticket or a fee or something. I'd have to pay the toll. Norbert says, "Pay the goddamn toll."
He'd charge you peas.
He would. A whole can of them.
Whole can of peas.
Whole can of peas.
Boy, Norbert sure likes his peas.
He hasn't had them in a while. He's probably fiending right now.
Yeah. He'd probably go for some watermelon.
Oh man, I'd go for some watermelon. Shoot, that sounds good right now.
The ducks and the geese, they would just have at the watermelon. You put a little extra water in there, and they go to town.
Yeah.
That's how you spoil a goose, all right.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, what time is it? 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. What's everybody else doing out there at 2 o'clock? All these people that jump, well, I guess they're just scrolling TikTok, I guess. Yeah.
Well, 2 o'clock on a Saturday. It's about time to get working on the cabin.
Right.
Putting up drywall on those walls.
I don't know what that is.
Bravecto gives dogs and cats such relief from pests. Well, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Something else, because what we use, it doesn't seem like it works, man.
Yeah.
We still, like on that one day, she had so many ticks on her.
I know it.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the poor gal.
But I guess the medication doesn't say anything about, but not letting ticks get on them.
Yeah.
It just says, kills them while they're on them, I guess. I don't know.
Well.
It still sucks, though. Because they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
They don't have,
Yesterday, even though the ticks haven't been that bad, I still pulled a tick. I mean, of course, that doesn't seem very big when I hold it up, but it was a really engorged tick. I pulled that off of her yesterday.
Huh.
Yeah.
If I had more time on my hands, I would like to make those ticks suffer. I would inject them with, like, sulfuric acid or something.
Oh, jeez.
How do you like it now? You know what I mean?
I'll just smush them.
Yeah, that's quick, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to make a slow and painful death for those
Well, they
guys.
didn't choose to be a tick.
It's true, but, I mean, if you're going to go suck some person's blood, you got to expect some kind of... That's just not cool. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? A tick isn't worth my time of day. So I'm going to smush them real quick.
But I guess as humans, though, we eat other animals and stuff, too, so I guess they're just trying to live,
Yeah. Tick has feelings too, man.
I mean, we raise animals specifically to eat them, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes some people might say that's kind of inhumane. Like, big companies like, what's that chicken brand?
Tyson,
yeah. They raise chickens, man, just to kill them. So.
Well.
You only got to see the vet once a year to pick up the prescription. Okay. Well, yeah, that's something we've never went to an actual, a vet, yeah, I guess.
We gotta look into places around here.
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of kept clear of those places because of the price. I don't know what the pricing is.
Yeah.
But if it works really good, I guess, on ticks, and I guess it seems like it would be worth paying that much, you know what I mean, to keep them away.
I took Journey, one of our cats, to a vet around here, and it was like $50 to be seen, so it wasn't terrible.
Well, if we find like a regular vet to go to, you know what I mean, and do checkups from time to time, go in there and get our tick medication.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never really used vet services, so I don't know how well their products work or anything. So. Yep. I know as humans, if you go and get prescription drugs, those work pretty good for some people, But,
what's over there?
See something? What do you got, Aeon? There's something over there.
What's going on?
Maybe an armadillo or something. Yeah.
Well, I much prefer medicinal medicine as opposed to prescription meds.
Right. Yep, ain't nothing better than some Mary Jane.
No, like yarrow, comfrey,
Ah, okay.
mullein,
I see.
hibiscus,
Psychedelic
lavender.
mushrooms.
No, like there's different plants that have medicinal properties that in some cases are more effective for the body than prescription medicines, because a lot of prescription medicines will have a bunch of side effects.
Yeah.
And if you use a more natural plant for your medicine, of course you have to do a bunch of research.
Mm-hmm.
It has very few or no side effects.
I think it'd be cool if we could create a time machine and go back in time and kidnap like an old Native American scholar and like bring him back here. And he could live on our property free of charge, but we would just need to know the knowledge of the ancients. Like he would create all of our medicinal stuff that we need. He would show us like the ways of planting the three sisters, you know, the corn and the beans and the squash.
Well, just 3 generations ago, all of that knowledge was just common knowledge. And in just a couple of generations, it's been stuffed down and it just hasn't been passed on.
Well, there's lots of books out there you could read, but who needs that when you got your own Native American on your property, you know? They can, and he, you know, I don't know, though. He might assimilate, though. You know, he might try to fit in with everybody else and leave.
Well,
get himself a cell phone and
if you
get a job.
took somebody from, what year are you talking about?
I'd probably say like early 1800s.
Yeah, if you took somebody from the early 1800s, brought them back to today, they'd be like, what the heck is going on?
Right. He'd get his own TikTok account.
No, he wouldn't. He'd be like, that's magic.
Yeah, he would be pretty dumbfounded and amazed by the technology we have, for sure.
They'd say, get that away from me.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd be curious why he's here, why we brought him here. And we'd be like, dude, we just want your knowledge. You know, make us stuff. Show us what to do and
they'd be like,
how to live off the land.
Why don't you socialize with people in real life? Why do you talk to a rock in the shape of a rectangle?
Right, yeah, he'd be curious why we're talking into a little rectangular device. Yeah.
Says the permethrin, order from Chewy and something, garden sprayer with water, property pest control. Okay.
Well, you did get that diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, I got diatomaceous earth to spray around the property, and the idea behind that is to dry out the exoskeleton of a tick. So, I'm going to give that a shot.
This guy named Bearded Operator, he says, Scotland forever! Never been to Scotland. I imagine it's a magical place.
Seems like it.
I'd like to go there sometime.
Yeah?
I'm not from there. Maybe he says that because I'm part of my red-colored beard.
Oh.
Maybe that's why he said that.
Maybe.
But believe it or not, I'm from Michigan. Michigan forever, yeah.
Michigan forever.
But Scotland's pretty rad, I imagine.
Is it food grade? That's very important to protect your lungs and hair. Yes, I did make sure that it was food grade diatomaceous earth, because we have animals running all over the place, and I didn't want them to be affected by it. So that was definitely an important factor for me. I got a 60-pound bag of food grade diatomaceous earth off of Amazon for like $60. So I don't know if that was a good deal, but it felt like a good deal.
Yeah.
Fantastic food grade, awesome. That's the only one you want to work with. Yep. I totally agree. Got to make sure that it's food grade.
Pipe
hey
down,
now,
guys.
We're trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
The guinea are trying to get in on the conversation.
Looks like we've gotten to your pots there and knocked them over.
I know it. I've kind of given up on having pretty plants. I'm just trying to protect the plants that'll actually provide us with food.
Yeah. I was pretty stoked about growing those sunflowers. I got some mammoth sunflowers that I planted, and I watered them and loved them and cherished them. And they grew up and they got eaten by guineas.
And one of our cats just came over and laid on one.
Yeah. Just, you know.
Well, the first year, I wasn't trying to grow a bunch of food, because there's a lot of setting up that we got to do. Setting up infrastructure, setting up raised garden beds and fencing, and trying to grow food at the same time would just be way too overwhelming. Trying to make new raised beds, which we're doing the raised bed gardening method because Arkansas just seems to grow rocks, so it's pretty rocky. Although you can grow stuff in rocky clay soil, it just needs some compost.
Like my pumpkins are doing really well. I just planted them right in just full-on clay, full-blown clay, man. Just put a couple seeds in there and it's taking off.
Yeah, it's doing surprisingly well for not even having compost on it and just clay, rocky soil.
Yeah. Come Halloween, I can carve my own pumpkin, one that I grew myself, man.
That'll
cool.
be pretty cool.
It will be.
Yeah. But in the coming years, I'd like to be growing some more food and eventually be able to grow about 80 to 90% of our own food.
Diatomaceous earth is crushed oyster shells.
Is that?
They cut pests like saw, dude. Dehydration, RIP.
Yeah, on a micro level, you can see that the diatomaceous earth is actually sharp.
Huh.
So that's why it cuts through the exoskeleton of the tick and dries them out. So that's how that works.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Huh.
There was this guy that contacted me over Facebook because I made a post in our local Facebook group asking if anybody had any materials that was just sitting around and they no longer needed them. And this one guy reached out and said that he had a bunch of chain link fencing and some trellises. We're not ready for goats yet, but I figured, you know what, if this guy is trying to offer me some free materials, I had better take him up on it. So I got that, put it up by the barn, and got some trellises from the guy. And so throughout the garden, I went a bunch of trellises and archways to make it feel kind of like a magical food forest that you can walk around in.
And on top of that, he gave you a free gas mask, of which we could use if, I don't know, one of the volcanoes erupts or somebody lights off an atomic bomb. You put a gas mask on.
You what now about it?
The gas mask.
Oh, yeah. On my way home from picking up those materials, I happened to stop by a yard sale because I thought, what the heck, maybe there's something, because you can never get enough building materials for the homestead. And right as I pulled up, the guy goes, well, I just decided I'm going to make everything free, and they happen to have a gas mask. So that was a pretty cool find.
It was cool. It is cool. It's awesome. I like it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now we just need one more, because there's two of us.
Right. Yeah, that's a dilemma. So if something happens, who's going to get that mask? You know? Don't worry, you can get it. I'll give it to you. Save yourself, Dakota. Don't worry about me.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll just get another one, so we don't got to worry about it.
Yes, we should definitely do that at some point. Never hurts to prepare for some type of, big event that could take out the whole... Let's not talk about that. This is positive vibes. This is the positive vibes off-grid homestead. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, well, just instead of dwelling on the negative stuff, just prepare, and then you're prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't gotta worry. Like, one thing we do is buy just a little bit of extra canned food from the grocery store whenever we go, stick it in a tote with a lid, and then you have some extra food if you ever need it. Slow way to build up your stash.
Our sons used to run around in gas masks all day. Crazy little buggers. Always played Army. Well, that's fun when you're young, man, you know? I mean, I'd do it now if I had somebody else to play Army with. You know, I'd run around with a gas mask. If we had two of them, that's what we'd be doing.
Running around, I'll chase you with a stick and a gas mask.
I'd be chasing the ducks, the geese.
Well, Aeon's already got that covered.
That's true. Yeah, that's
our
her
dog
role.
Aeon, she hardly lets the ducks and geese come on land. She chases them, has a good old time, chases them back into the water.
That's her role, and that's like a game to her. The geese cannot come on land. When
Well,
they do,
luckily they're getting to take a little nap over there.
Yeah, they're probably hungry, man. Lately they haven't been eating much food because they can't get up on land to get any food because she keeps chasing them back into the water.
Where is their food?
Good good question. Where I move? Oh, it's inside their coop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if they want food, they can just go in the coop.
Yeah, for now anyway. Yeah.
At least the guinea can't get to it.
Right.
During the day, we don't feed the guinea. We just make them forage, because the whole point of us getting the guinea was to help with the tick population. We just give them food at night to encourage them to go into the coop, and then they get dinner that way. But the guinea will go after any food that they see, so they've been after the ducks and the geese food. So we have to put it on a string and lower it over onto the other side of the fence, because we have a fence going around all of our property to help keep the dogs in. And the pond, or the fence goes into the pond. Luke put on muck boots and just walked into the pond a ways and then pounded a T-post into the pond on either side. And then the fence goes into the pond about 4 feet.
Roughly.
Yeah, goes into the pond about 4 feet. Because the dogs don't swim. They only go into the pond deep enough until it gets to their belly or their chest. And it works.
It does. By golly, it does.
Eventually, we would like to fence in the entire pond, so then it's fenced in.
Yeah, exactly.
But fencing is expensive. And
yeah, we spent $700 at Tractor Supply.
To fence in about an acre, that's 1,000 feet.
A little over 1,000 feet, somewhere around there, I think. Yeah.
Was not expecting it to be that much, but...
No. Every time you go to the store to buy stuff for the property, it always costs a lot more than what you first originally thought.
Is our pond stocked with fish? Yes, it has some bluegill, catfish, sunfish. Do we have any other fish in there?
Crayfish.
Crayfish?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. We've seen a couple of crayfish.
Yeah, and it's got a big old snapper turtle.
I love your tat. Thank you.
She has lots of tattoos. I have one tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's show and tell. All right.
Yeah.
So this is my one single tattoo. Got that when I was 17. It's a circle with an A. So it's pretty simple. Not a whole lot of artistic talent there. It means apple. Because I like apples.
Is that so?
That's what I tell people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Apples, baby. Can't beat it.
Apples. Oh, those guinea just completely trampled the cilantro. Poor guys are just a-drooping.
You seem to be here for elevated higher states of living. You may really like the access bars.
The access bars? What are access bars?
I'm not going to lie. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. I don't know what an access bar is. I'm going to have to explain that. An access bar.
Well, if they don't explain it, we'll have to look it up.
Perhaps.
There's a couple of things that has been pointed out to us that we got to look up.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits, I guess, of talking to these fine folks is we learn things that we don't currently know.
Yeah, well, I like talking to older people a lot because they have experience from just living, and you find all sorts of things out.
I like talking to Stevie because she doesn't talk back.
She will. She'll talk back to you.
Yeah, I guess she might.
Yeah, Stevie is my little pity mix, and she'll talk back to you. Where is that little gal? Stevie!
Well, she went.
She's off on her own adventure.
She's probably napping.
That's probably right. I bet she's underneath your bed.
She could be.
Loafing.
Yeah. That's all right.
Loafing.
Living her best life.
Or sunbathing. Taking a nap. What a life.
Yeah.
To be a dog.
Some dogs are lucky, man. They get good owners.
Everybody's loafing. Look at those ducks and geese over there just napping away.
Yeah, it is a good time for a nap. Right now I could probably, chill in my hammock and nap. Maybe. I don't know. But we have work to do. We have to put drywall up in our cabin.
It says access consciousness bars releases stuck energetic patterns that no longer serve you.
Huh. That is something that I never knew. Access consciousness bars.
I've heard about fascia release massage, where you're pulling the skin up away from the muscle to help the fascia tissue that sits in between the muscle and the skin by giving a fascia release massage that will help loosen that up and helps release extra energy that you're storing away in your muscles. When I was doing my energy that you're storing away in your muscles, when I was doing my yoga teacher certification, there was this book that had us read called The Body Keeps Score. And in that book, it talked about how the body will hold on to trauma and in the form of tension in your muscles. You said crayfish, so apparently you're not from the South.
Yeah, I'm from Michigan. That's what I call them. Crayfish. Why? What do we call them down in the South? In the South, what do people call them?
I don't know. I've heard my cousins call them crawdads.
Crawdads? Okay. Yeah, that's probably what the common term is down here.
Well, my cousins are over in north central Arkansas.
Mudbugs? Mudbugs. Okay. So that seems appropriate. This is not really affiliated with what that person was talking about. What I was going to bring up, what's that stuff that's called ASR?
ASR?
Yeah, the first time I heard it was when you put it on at nighttime that one day.
Oh, ASMR.
ASMR, yeah. I was like, what the heck is this lady doing? She's making weird sounds and whispering and stuff. I was like, what the heck is this?
Well, there's a lot of weird ones out there that I won't listen to. But if you get a good...
Detroit.
Good artist, then you get that sensory meridian response, which is... what ASMR stands for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Detroit. I actually was raised around Grand Rapids area. My cousin lives in Montrose, which is kind of close to Detroit, I guess. But y'all in the UP? Nope, not in the UP. We are in Arkansas. Yep. Northwestern Arkansas.
Well, more western.
I've been to the UP multiple times, though. Ain't much phone service up there at all.
I've actually never been to Michigan before.
Mississippi.
I'm from Mississippi. Well, hello.
The old great Mississippi. That's kind of fun saying that, the old Mississippi.
The old Mississippi. I'm originally from Iowa, but my mom's family is from Arkansas, so I guess coming down twice a year to Arkansas, I just really liked it, and after doing a bunch of research, I thought it was a good place to live off-grid, so that's why we chose here.
Well, Matt says he lived in our Little Rock for 20 years.
Well, I don't have any desire to go to Little Rock because I don't like big cities.
Yeah, we ain't big city folks. That's why we're out here on an off-grid homestead, away from the cities.
I like staying in the little town of... How many people live here?
Not many. 32 points on the... What'd they say? 32 points on the head when lightly finger touched give benefits for each of the 12 patterns.
Nice. At some point, I'd like to do more research in that area, but there's so many different things that I want to research that you only have so much time in the day, and during the summer, I'm trying to get as much outdoor projects done as possible, and in the winter is when I'll probably read more and research stuff.
Matt is curious if we live close to Harrison.
Close.
Where's Harrison at?
Harrison is a little bit east of northwest Arkansas. So we drove through it on the way to my family's farm.
Okay.
We stopped in the Walmart parking lot there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now we're near like Fayetteville, Fort Smith, kind of around that area.
Yep.
Yeah. So, not a bad place. I like it here.
Yeah, we're situated in a real small town of about less than 400 people.
It's a cultural shock for me because where I was raised at, we didn't have churches on every corner. Out here, there's churches everywhere.
Yeah, it's a little, I don't know, maybe a little overboard. It feels like you go down one road and there's 10 churches. Which, I mean, to each their own. If it makes them happy,
yeah,
go for it.
Renee says that her daughter lived in Mountain Home, which we're in Mountain Home.
No, we're not.
Oh, Mountain View was where we were at, right?
Yeah,
we spent some time in Mountain View.
Well, it was...
And Mountain Home a little bit.
Mountain View was 20 minutes east of where we were at.
Okay. I went up to Mountain Home once, I think, to go to Home Depot or something.
Yeah, because Mountain
work
View
on the
doesn't
bus.
have a Home Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went up to Mountain Home, which was about an hour north of
Yeah.
Mountain View.
Yep. Sat in the Home Depot parking lot, building out. I think I had to put the solar panels on my bus. I took them off to reseal the roof and then put them back on.
You did that in the parking lot in Home Depot?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Most all my building process took place at the parking lots of Home Depots and Walmarts. And
Yeah.
living on the road, man. It's the only place you can do it.
Oh, Mountain Home is so pretty and peaceful. Yeah, sure is.
Medic for 20 years in Arkansas. Oh, right on.
Yeah, it's.
I've been a web designer in Arkansas for the past 6 months.
You could be a web designer anywhere.
Yeah, true.
And you did. You were a web designer
I was
in a whole bunch of states.
California, Oregon. Where else? Washington, Ohio.
You know, how many states have you traveled to?
Well, quite a few.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I've been a web designer.
You'd be
in all of them.
naming them for a while.
Yeah.
I've been to
Y'all stay
31
blessed.
states.
Enjoy the chat. Thanks, Matt. You have yourself a fantastic day, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to 31 states. I was traveling the country to try and figure out where I wanted to buy land.
Try, sir, or thank you, sir and ma'am. Okay, sorry. Replying to Matt, he said, thank you, sir and ma'am. A lot of people out here in Arkansas, man, that southern hospitality, so people be calling you ma'am and sir, and what else do they say around here? Like, I don't know. People do like the boot, scoot, and boogie, like that. Or something.
Not once have
All
I
that
heard
southern
someone
talk.
say that. Boot, scoot, and booty. For a little while, I was working at Dollar General when I was waiting on getting a job at the hatchery. And, you know, every time that I was checking somebody out, I'd say, I hope you have a good rest of your day, sir, or thank you, ma'am, or, you know.
Okay.
And there was a couple of people that would go, oh, man, you make me feel old when you say that.
Have you guys been to the Clinton Library yet?
Well, we've been through Clinton. We just didn't go to the library because we were just driving through. Oop.
Oh, we got another comment on what's behind us. Yes, that is, that's our pond. It's our lovely pond. It looks like it's a big old, well, we're not going to get the details, but it's, there's a lot of clay down there, which is why it's that color. We live in our property has lots of clay. I'm not sure why it says that.
So, because it doesn't have a liner on the bottom of the pond, and it's got a lot of clay, that's why it looks murky like that.
Yeah, it's not very aesthetically pleasing to the eyes.
Well,
so.
The ducks and geese don't seem to mind.
Oh, they don't give a hoot.
They don't give a
That's
hoot.
what southern folks say, right?
Mustard clay the best.
Mm-hmm. Dang tootin'.
You know what I'd like to do eventually? When we have some sort of extra time on our hands, is dig a little clay and try to make a bowl or something to make it over a fire.
What that person say? Can you pour a clean fluid into it? I don't think if we tried to clean it, we'd have to put a liner in there, I think, to really make it clean.
Yeah, we need a liner to keep the clay packed down. Well, maybe after a bunch of time has passed, the geese and duck poop will naturally pack down the clay. I don't know.
We didn't make the pond, though. The people we bought it from, I guess they dug the hole out and made it.
Yeah, we didn't dig the pond ourselves. The guy who owned the property before us, he was trying to improve the land a little bit to make it more appealing to buyers. So he just used a backhoe and dug just a cattle pond and used a bulldozer to make a flat spot on the side of the hill, because most of the property is just hill. There's a couple of flat spots, and then there's this main flat area in front of the pond where we put a cabin, and I have a little makeshift greenhouse that's temporary, and we built a guinea coop, a duck coop, and a chicken coop with a run.
Yeah.
And a bunch of raised beds.
And a compost bin out of pallets. So when our 5-gallon buckets are filled up, we dump it down there at the compost bin, which is we put it as far away as we can from the housing structure, because we don't want to attract flies and we don't want to smell anything funky.
Well,
we like good smells.
A proper compost will not attract flies. It needs to be stirred.
Yeah, well, we
every
don't
so often.
We don't do that. We're kind of slacking.
Yeah, there's
too much
a lot
stuff
to
going
do.
on. Yeah. Yep. The only thing I've been stirring lately is my fruit smoothies. So.
I could go for a fruit smoothie.
I know. I seen the whole bag in my freezer when I got the ice out. And I was
It's just
like,
taunting you
man.
every time, huh?
Yeah, it sucks because it's yours.
It's ours.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it were mine, I'd be like consuming it way more frequently than what you do. You know.
Well, you gotta have some constraint. One smoothie per day.
Yeah. You're saying I need, I gotta restrain myself. I need self-control. Which I do have self-control. Only when it's not my stuff. If it's my stuff, I have no self-control.
Well.
You try to keep a bag of Oreo cookies in my rake? No, sir.
No, sir.
I mean, I'll never buy them. But if they're around, I'll eat 2. Multiply that by 10. You know, and I'll eat the whole bag, the whole thing.
Well, it's a pretty hot day, so I think we had better make ourselves a smoothie.
Yes. We try to eat healthy, folks, by the way. I speak of Oreos, but we don't consume Oreos.
And luckily, with the solar panels on top of my trailer, I have enough power that I can actually use a blender and make a smoothie. So that's a luxury item right there. Yeah, so we're off-grid, so we're not tied to public utilities. But the power that we do have, we get from the almighty sun. He blesses us with his power. We just take it and transform it and, use it. Yeah. Well, actually, the Chinese people, they make the device solar
so
panel?
that we're able to capture that energy from the sun. Because I think it's a Chinese brand that makes the solar panels. Yeah. Soldier flies love compost piles. The liquid that runs out of the compost is like liquid gold. What's a soldier fly? Like a big fly? When I see a soldier fly, I don't know. I kind of picture like a big, meaty, like beefed up fly that's been taking like creatine and fucking steroids or something.
That's been going through the whole army boot camp and does push-ups every day.
Been there, done that. Yeah, he does all that stuff.
Yeah. He's got the buzz cut.
Yeah. Buzz cut? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's buzzing around.
Well, we should have put a picture to the soldier fly, that's for sure. That's the soldier fly right there.
Yeah, that's a proper soldier fly. That's more like
sounds kind of scary.
A colonel fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there's different contraptions that you could set up to catch them, and then you could just feed them to the chickens.
Yeah, those chickens would love that, for sure.
I think eventually we need to have like a worm farm.
Yeah.
So then we can just farm our own worms to give it to the chickens.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Big Bank Hank 420 says,
what did they say?
How's dem skeeters?
How's dem skeeters?
How's dem skeeters?
Well, not too bad, actually.
To be honest,
pleasantly surprised.
I am extremely stoked because we haven't had many skeeters out here, much at all, to be honest. Like, we're in, like, the middle of the forest, and we don't have many skeeters, so I'm pretty happy about that because those son of a guns, or some bitches, is that what people would say?
I don't know what people say.
Well, I'm trying to do the southern thing because we're in the south. Well, I'm from the north, but I got to fit in with the southern folks, so I have to say stuff like that. You know?
Well,
they don't sting, look like wasps. Larvae can be sold for bait and for your chickens.
Nice.
Chickens. We have lots of chicken eggs too right now. We have an abundant supply of chicken eggs. We've been feeding them to our dogs because we have so many.
Well, the eggs will help their coat look all shiny.
Yeah. I mean, chicken eggs are really good for who eats them, really. You know, there's lots of vitamins and minerals, protein, all this stuff, man. Mm-hmm.
Right now, 3 of our chickens are old enough to be laying eggs. Because these 3 chickens, I was traveling on the road with them. And in order to travel with my 3 chickens and my dog, I had the chickens in a cat carrier sitting in the middle console of my truck, and my dog would be in the passenger seat. And we would just drive along in my truck, pulling my trailer, and on my trailer I had, I made a chicken coop so that's where my chickens could sleep at night. And then during the day I had a dog pen, or a dog play pen, so that my chickens could be outside with a little tarp over it. And that's how I traveled with chickens. So those guys have been with me for, well, about a little over a year now. And then we got some more chickens, so we have a total of 9 hens. The other 7 hens aren't quite old enough to be laying eggs yet. And then we have 2 roosters. And everybody's getting along pretty good.
Mr. Adam here says, how are we doing? Adam, we are doing fantastic. We appreciate you asking. Today's a fine day. It's a glorious day.
Yeah, the sun isn't beating down. We actually got some clouds over the sun and a little breeze.
This isn't too bad compared to yesterday. Yesterday it was just blazing hot.
Yesterday it was 101.
Yeah.
The only break from the heat you get is if you want to go for a ride in the truck. There's AC in the truck.
He's setting up his band tonight. Well, that's pretty rad.
Nice.
I used to play in several bands back in my younger years. What kind of music you play?
What kind of music did you play?
I played metal.
Metal music?
Yeah, I like to, bang my head really hard and fast. Yeah. Rock music? Cool, man. Right on. I dig rock. That's my favorite genre of music. Rock, metal, well, blues. Not a big country fan, not big in the disco.
No disco?
No disco for this guy.
I could see you discoing.
Yeah. No. That's not my thing. Rock. Like the Doors kind of rock? Like Led Zeppelin rock? Or like Seether rock? Or like Creed rock? What kind of rock we talking here?
You know, I'm real thankful for that fan. Because yesterday in the trailer, we got it cooled down from 101 degrees to 81 degrees. It's not really sleeping weather.
Adam says he's in the band 3 Days Grace and Saint Asonia.
Shoot, you're in the band 3 Days Grace?
That's pretty rad.
I grew up on that band. That was one of my favorite bands growing up.
Right on.
I had a t-shirt that I'd wear all the time. None of my friends knew who I was talking about. And I even would wear this little necklace that was a guitar pick of 3 Days Grace. And I had the poster up in my wall.
Oh, nice.
It got me by when I was, what was that? Had to have been back in 2012 is when I discovered them. And they were my favorite band for quite some time.
Yeah. I know.
Well, that's pretty cool. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Says, I'm 69, played stuff like Jay Taylor, Jay Brown, Jay Buffett. I saw 3 Days Grace in Corbin, Kentucky.
Cool.
Nice. They would be a band I'd like to see in concert. I just never have.
The first band I ever seen was Alice in Chains.
Yeah?
What about you?
First band I saw in person was Disturbed, and Rob Zombie was there.
Cool.
And Pop Evil was also there.
Okay.
But I don't go to a whole lot of concerts because, well, they cost money and there's a lot of projects that I want to do.
Yeah, we tend to stay out on the property these days. We're not big people. So
a couple of hermits.
Yeah.
Even going into town, well, we live in a really small town of less than 400 people, and there's a town that's 10 minutes away that has a little bit more, maybe 1,000 or so people. And then what we call town, it's a bigger town of like 1,200 people. Is that right?
Yeah, about right.
Yeah, so the town of 1,200 people is what we call town because it has a Walmart and Lowe's, Tractor Supply. I don't really like going into town very often because it just feels like there's so many people around when I'm used to being around nobody or just the animals.
Kathy says her first band was Grassroots, 1972.
Nice. Do you know that band?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, obviously, to see them, but I would have liked to see the Beatles in their prime.
That'd have been cool. You know who I would have liked to have seen was Janis Joplin.
Yeah, that'd have been rad too.
That'd have been a cool concert.
Would that be cool to see a concert with Janis Joplin, The Doors, Hendrix? Like, just that'd be the greatest lineup ever. If we ever build a time machine, we'll go back. We'll see him. Yeah.
Hey Norbert, where you going?
Hey Norbert.
Norbert.
I don't know what they're doing.
He's a goose on a mission.
Yeah. The ducks are gonna follow, I guess. Well, anywho, maybe we should get off here and get working on the cabin.
Yeah, we got some drywall to put on the walls.
Yep, we figured we'd. This is our second live, so we're gonna start doing live sessions probably maybe every Saturday or Sunday. Probably not Sundays, but we'll do Saturdays. Every Saturday we'll do a live session and.
In the morning. Today was a little bit later. We didn't get started until about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I've been waking up at 4 a.m. every day, and I was tired and needed to sleep in.
Aerosmith in Knoxville. That's cool. Heck yeah, that would have been an awesome show. Old Steven Tyler tearing it up. He's a pretty good front man. He can tear it up on stage, that's for sure. Which he still does. He still rocks out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, yep.
Yep, yep. Right now we have drywall put up on the ceiling in the cabin, and I've got the wires all set up for the ceiling lights, and the walls are all insulated. We just got to put drywall on the walls, and then we're one step closer to moving into the cabin. I want to get moved into the cabin before winter time.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
It's a good goal. It's a prime goal.
Yeah, I sure don't want to be living in my trailer for another winter season. Especially considering I don't know what's up with the diesel heater. We need to take the diesel heater off of my trailer, clean it, and then install it on the cabin.
Yep.
I want a diesel heater and that diesel heater from my trailer, and get a wood stove for a source of heat. So then we have two sources.
Yeah. Yep. Anywho, what do you think though? Should we depart? Get to work? Say hello or bye to all these fine folks?
I suppose so.
It's been a pleasure. So. We appreciate everybody stopping in and saying hi and conversing with us. We'll be back next Saturday. Not sure what time exactly, just whenever we feel like getting up and around.
Whenever we have coffee officially.
Yeah.
I hope you have a blessed day too, Cinnamon.
Yeah. Alrighty. What do we normally say when we say bye? Like, how do Southern people say bye?
I think any which way they want
to. Have a blessed day, I guess. That's pretty popular. But what's the most Southern way that you can say goodbye to somebody? I mean, you know, me in Michigan, the Northern way would be like peace out, you know, kind of thing.
Oh.
But down here, people say,
well, I gotta go tend to the cows. I'll see you in the morning.
Tend to the cows. All right, that works. Gotta tend to the cows, folks. The cows that we don't have.
In this case, we gotta go tend to the ducks and put up some drywall.
We'll work on that. We'll work on our outro, so that next Saturday we'll have something good to outro with. Yeah, but for now, catch y'all on the flippity flip.
The flippity flip. Yeah.